Well, it's the Guns, Knives, and Watches, and this is the Buck 11219, whatever. We'll figure it out here in a minute. It's a very special brand new design coming out. But first, I'm going to share a joke with you. And here's what we got. There's a white kid. There's a black kid. There's an Arab sitting in a pool. And boom! There's an explosion. The white kid goes, "Huh? What was that?" The black kid goes, "Oh my God, it's a shooting!" The Arab kid, "No, it's a bombing!" Real shit. And I didn't write that joke. That actually happened on my last foray into the wild wilderness of the real world. The three kids were literally sitting there in the pool. This literally, a firework went off. And that literally happened. Of course, I added my own Guns, Knives, and Watches. You know, this, that, or the other. But that's really what happened. Can't make that shit up. This is the Buck. I don't give a fuck either. This is that there 119. I think that's what it's called, or 116 or whatever. I don't know. 119L. Now, this is a knife. I've never owned one before because I'm not in that hunting culture. If I hunt you, it ain't with this fucking knife. Now, what the previous versions of it always had plastic handles and had aluminum front and back, this, there, the other. And I know shitloads of rednecks that had this knife. This knife is, we're taking redneck to a whole different level. We're taking redneck to another bent. And I'm of course poking fun at white rednecks right now, because the Buck 119 is actually an iconic knife. So what they have done is, a lot of different people, because they're used to using this for hunting, skinning, gaming, this, there, the other, of course they come up with a more durable wilderness type bent type shit and put it in this leather sheath with this molybdenum on the back of it. Just a quick note, molybdenum is actually a lubricant. A mole is actually a sauce, and this is molly webbing. Just in case anybody wanted to know. And it has dual retention, this, there, the other, ... One type of retention device, another type of retention device, which means this would be jump certified. If you were in my unit and you tried to jump out of a fucking airplane with this, I would probably, in midair, happen to deploy a baton, which I hid somewhere, and beat you in the head so that your parachute doesn't open. Because that is some shiny shit right there. But I digress. The Buck 119, of course, has that iconic blade with that there blood groove for that sucking vacuum that's created when you dive it in there, and this, that, or the other, man. Really, it's really just for lightning and for whatever else the hell you use it for. Now, this one has no, it's a 440A blade that has a type of die added to it, and it comes off all over your fucking hands. So when you buy this son of a bitch, because we know you're watching this video, you're either going to buy the damn thing or already have bought it and you're trying to justify your fucking purchase, which is cool. But it's a buck, so we're good. The knife supposedly is made in the fucking United States, unlike the goddamn sheath that is not made in that there China, and they hide it under the fucking other shit. What you want, a bunch of chinks making some goddamn sheath that's supposed to be jump certified with that there patent leather. That's the chink word for fuck. That's the chink version of, we want to see your ass falling out of the sky, man. Let's watch the dumb white guy jump out of the plane with this. Anyway, and then they've taken the front hilt, pommel, and changed them all out, man. And they changed them from the aluminum to them there, whatever the hell these are made out of. I haven't whacked them yet. I'm gonna whack them. Yeah, boy. I'm gonna tear it up, boy. And then we got some stacked leather and micarta type shit, man. They put the micarta in there just to fucking have micarta in the goddamn deal. Seriously, how fucking stupid is that, honestly? We put fucking micarta in there just to sit there and say it has a fucking micarta handle. Oh, good for you. Awesome. Why didn't you just put a stacked leather handle on it? That way when the leather expands and contracts, it doesn't swell and this, that, or the other. Because the micarta is pretty fucking stable. Or how about this? I got a better one for you. Why didn't your dumbasses just put a micarta fucking handle on it and we call it a day? But anyway, fits really well in the hand. And of course we got that there beating device on the end of it. And then we got them there holes just in case you want to string it to a stick because you want to be Crocodile Dundee or whatever the fuck you are. No, that's not what the fucking holes are for. I want to make a spear and go hunting. No, that's really real world. You're a dumbass. Of course it might work, but in reality, every day, this, that, or the other, we're not, you know, fighting cougars and panthers and lions and tigers and bears, oh my, with a fucking knife. But you can use those to tie it to a stick and use it as something to extend your hand into and cut briars, cut brush, cut a bunch of stuff, and you make this into a much longer handled usable tool where you're not sitting there bending over, and that's what that stuff's really for, not for some jackass to come up with some weird fucking concept where he thinks he's in having some flashback from some fucking movie he saw 10 million years, or, you know, whenever, you know, when he was a kid and he just gets a hard on because, oh my god, we make a spear. Anyway, but other than that, the knife's really well thought out. I really actually like the design, all except for the leather and micarta mix, because leather expands and contracts, micarta doesn't. That probably was a fuck up. They'll probably find that out later in the world, but probably nobody that buys this knife for $70 is actually going to go out and use it really hard. So what the fuck does it matter? The leather, you know, possibly will expand and you'll get some weird shit in your hand, this, there, or the other. But it's just palm filling and it just works. Now, let's get to the sheath. You did a fine job, Buck. Like we said, it has dual retention methods. If you use the dual retention method and try to jump out of a fucking plane with me, I will literally hit you on the back of the head with a fucking baton and you will die. Which means, don't do it. You know, in one of my videos, one of the guys came back with all of the sociopaths and the psychopaths that run the country, this, that, or the other, and da-da-da-da-da. What do you think they recruit, you fucking moron? Seriously? What kind of psychological evaluation do you think the top people in the military, what do you think they're labeled as, dipshit? But it's all about the Illuminati. Yeah, Wolf of Wall Street's just on Wall Street. Yeah, boy, gonna get her done. Anyway, so we've got this gay-ass leather on the front of it because we're trying to do an homage to this nice past. And this nice past is pretty cool, but, you know, it's like, why didn't you just do a fucking, how about this? Instead of the money that you put on the patent fucking leather on the front of it, why don't you actually make a better sheath? That would be a starter. 1, let's make the actual Velcro about as wide as the sheath instead of these two little patches. That would make it have, I don't know, much better retention down the road. That would be really cool. Then another thing we could do is, do I care about any of this crap? Not really. It's not that big a deal. When we put the knife in there, it fits really well. Has pretty good retention, this, that, or the other, due to basically a design element where the blade is being forced against the plastic. But if you were to seriously fold that back, I'm not even going to fuck with it on video. I got such a small viewing angle, it doesn't even matter. It has a snap there, it has this hair there, Work on your fucking sheaths. You know, Buck supposedly was supposed to work on their sheaths and really do some things differently and this, that, or the other, and then we come out with this, a new version of an iconic knife, and we fucking blow the sheath to hell. Anyway, great job. Wilderness, shiny leather. Congratulations. The knife, of course, was good. I don't know that I would put two different types of material in there. That's just my shit. And I had that experience from stacked leather handles with plastic washers, but that's just my shit. And maybe I just go out and do too much crap. But the sheath blows. And it doesn't blow well. You know, it ain't a blow job, girls. It's a suck job, but we didn't know that. Anyway, this is Guns, Knives, and Watches with my $70 buck, whatever the fuck this thing is, and you know, whatever. 119, hell. And it's a new knife from Buck, so they'll get the shit straightened out. But you know, don't go spend your hard-earned fucking dollars unless you have some fucked up memory of the 119 and how great it goddamn was. Go buy the fucking $40 or $30 one and whatever, and just rock out with your cock out, because paying double for this, it may not be worth it. This is Guns, Knives, and Watches. Peace out.